Hey guys, Crystal Thompson here for Color Combos with Crystal. Today I have the easiest, clean and simple raised panel card using ink blends to create a gorgeous ombre, which is going to match super nicely with these white backgrounds and an awesome new stamp from Unity. For this card, you're going to be using the Every Single Day Sentiment Kit, which was released back in 2018. It's a gorgeous set of sentiments along with the newest release, By His Wounds. We're going to be using the floral part of that stamp set, and then we have the sentiment from the Every Single Day. Also using distress oxides and peacock feathers and the lemon, and then we have the three sheets of cardstock. This is Nina 110 cardstock. We're going to begin by stamping the sentiment from the Every Single Day, and this is just a one-line sentiment, and I have already cut out my strip and it's ready to go. And I'm going to stamp this sentiment using a really pretty turquoise blue that is going to match very nicely, and it says you're darn amazing. I've added a piece of foam to the back and we're going to set aside. Next, we're going to be bringing the By His Wounds, which is a kind of an Easter themed stamp set, but I want to create something that's not Easter themed and use this stamp set a little more. I'm going to stamp that floral down onto the cardstock, and then I'm going to be using some clear heat embossing to cover the whole thing. And it'd be easier to stamp this and then trim it as opposed to trimming and then stamping. Just kind of give you a little hint on what worked. Gonna do the heat embossing onto each corner of this clear embossing ink, and then once it's all set, you'll see it come up. It kind of turns into like a glittery clear color. So peacock feathers and twisted citron are our color. So we're going to bring in that peacock feathers at the bottom, and I'm going to make sure that I have a super deep, super thick layer of this peacock feather. And then with my second ink blender, we're going to do this twisted citron. And so again, making sure that we have a very solid layer of this color, and then slowly bringing those two colors together to blend those, and it creates, between these two, blue and green, it creates a really pretty turquoisey green, and that's what's going to serve as our color ombre. And again, ink blending is something that's been super popular, and I wanted to bring it into a smaller set and doing it onto a clean and simple background. So I'm going to keep blending to create those colors, and then moving on to putting the whole thing together. So as I mentioned, we have three pieces of cardstock. We have heat embossed one, and then I have a 5.5, 4.25, which is our largest card base. And then I have this guy that I'm adding some adhesive to, and it's about an inch shorter on each side, or an inch on one side, which will give you half an inch. We're going to try to place it right in the center. And then on this one, on the ink blending, we're going to raise it. So I'm going to add foam adhesive as well. And then I'm going to bring in a little piece of foam, and this is from the dollar store, and it only has one-sided of adhesive. These are made for like crafts, but I feel like when you're doing a large piece of cardstock such as this, I really like how it brings it in evenly, and it's super easy to place down. So I'm going to try to center this as well onto the center of this clean and simple. So we have, you know, a matted white on white, and then we're going to place the ink blended, and it really makes it look super easy. Remember the You're Darn Amazing, and we've added foam adhesive to the back of this as well. We're going to place it right on the center, and when I'm filming this, I'm watching through the side, so it kind of ended up a little crooked, so I came back and fixed it to get the picture right. Next, I have a couple of these clear gems, and I have them in three colors. So I have this blue, and then I have a green, and then I have that really bright green that's kind of like that twisted citron. And this color inspiration was inspired by these three colors. And so if you're looking for some inspiration, go check out your embellishments and say, you know what, I can use these guys, and then run your card based on those colors. So that's kind of what I did, how I was inspired to make this card. I wanted to use these really cute gems, even though they were really close in color. I was like, you know what, we could totally make this work. So I'm going to add those using the clear tombow mono adhesive, which is just clear glue. You can use Elmer's glue, which is a little more cost effective, and it dries clear, and it's going to hold on to these jewels as well. And then last but not least, adding these bright green And these are more solid than the other ones. The other ones are kind of clear, but ultimately it finishes the whole card together. It gives it a little glitter, a little shimmer, yet you have this beautiful, clean and simple look. And the gems are actually going in between the flowers. You can see I haven't placed any on top of the flowers because I really want that clear to stand up. And guys, that does it for me. Thank you so much for joining me on Color Combos for Crystal. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Super easy, clean ombre card on ink blending with the newest By His Wound stamp set. We'll see you guys later. Have an amazing day.